Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, what's the problem? If you're new here, my name is Rishella. This is my channel, Rishella Beauty, but really we do clothing hauls, story times, makeup, all that, and kids crying all the time. So today, let's do a fun little tutorial. I've done some makeup reviews in the recent months, but it's been some time since I did like a tutorial, and today I figured we're gonna do a simple multicolored cut crease tutorial. Now I feel like this is something that scares people who are beginners in makeup. In reality, it's pretty easy. So today we're doing a multicolored cut crease, I guess. So if you guys want to see, then stay tuned. Okay, this cute little top here is from Shein. If you want to see my Shein Black Friday top haul, I'll link it below. So to start off, I do have primer, foundation, and a simple brow look on. I don't know how I feel about the brows, but today isn't really about the brows. So we're gonna take the 16-hour e.l.f. Camo Concealer. This is in the shade Fair Warm, but I look at it as like a porcelain. This is extremely pale, even for me, but we're gonna use it for a lid primer today. It has a rather thick applicator. I'm of course gonna wipe the excess on the rim. Okay, now I have this dual-sided Anastasia brush right here. We have a more fluffy side. This probably needs a wash. And then we have a more flat, precise, dense side. So we're gonna take the flatter side and we're gonna get a little bit of product. Okay, that's enough. Now with this, a little bit goes a long way, and this is very full coverage. So, and I'm just gonna, you see what I mean about how bright this is? Whew. Spreading it out with small little dabs, distributing the product around my lid and brow bone. I'm also going to get my Real Techniques beauty sponge that is already moistened, and I'm gonna go over that again. Okay, my lids are primed and ready to go. I don't usually do this, but today I might try setting that prime with a little bit of setting powder. So we have a basic shadow brush from Believe Beauty. Yes, I'm ghetto. This is the Dollar General makeup line. Some of the products are, I've only tried, shit. This is the brush I'm using. So I have a couple different choices today. I have the classic and ever so popular Airspun, and I also have this LA Colors shade Light Loose Powder. This is not a bad product, but I'm gonna go with Airspun today because it's more translucent. And that other, the LA Colors one, has a bit of a pigment to it that I don't really want to put on my lid right now. So just lightly, nothing too serious. And just don't forget to dab in there and then tap, 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 tap in. So let's talk palettes. Today, I think what we're gonna be using are the NYX Ultimate Edit palette. I got this at Kohl's for $7. I picked this because it has such bright, vivid, contrasting shades. I might also dip into the Milani Gilded Terra palette. Yeah, this has like some shimmeries and stuff along with mattes, and it also has like a pale color that's good for the brow bone. This is from my recent 2021 Ulta haul. If you guys want to see that, I'll link it. Alright, so I'm taking that same kind of brush that I put the concealer on with. I'm brushing it off on my hand, trying to clean that off. I'm a little bit of a mess today, so if this seems like a ratchet tutorial, I apologize, but it gets the job done. We're gonna pick what the first color is gonna be, and I don't know why this kind of corally orange is calling out to me. What I love about the Milani palette is it has a mirror in it. Super convenient. So all we're gonna do is dab, 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 and place the pigment. I don't know why it's not showing up barely at all. Let's try this again. We're kind of making a little quarter moon shape right there in the inner corner. That's all. Same thing on the other side. That is super pale, so I want to go over it with this mauve color, mauve, from the Milani palette. And then I might take the fluffy end and just whoop, whoop, buff it out a little bit. Doo, doo, doo. That's the start. I want to do this kind of clay colored brown next. This shade is called Slow Burn. Same thing, this side of the brush, or in your case, your smaller flat brush, whatever. I'm gonna overlap the first shade a little bit. And then I'm just gonna do. Just do another little section and blend. Okay, so it blends together nicely. I feel like this Milani palette is more pigmented than the next. And while you're doing this, if you see a shade that you think is suitable for the under eye, just go ahead, blend it out under there, because you do want some color under there as well, most likely. Trust the process. I'm like stuck on this palette now, so I want to go really dark with the darkest brown they have in here and continue. So this shade is going right here in the center. See how dark that is? Or should I say pigmented? And blend. See all the colors blending together? It's looking really pretty so far. As for the bottom, I think I want to put a little bit of that brown right over here, kind of contour. That actually looks kind of cool. Okay, we probably have room for about one more color to create a winged out crease. And I am feeling, can you guess? Purple. Remember, overlap a little bit. That's probably all I need because this is pretty pigmented. I'm just gonna go in and blend. Okay, so we have the base. Okay, this eye's getting a little sloppy. I apologize, but at least I can recognize it and call it out. We're gonna switch brushes. Switching concealers right now. I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear because it's not quite as pale. Suits me a little bit better. And now my brush is this small Precise brush. Hell, you could even use a paintbrush if you want. There's really no rules to makeup. Getting a little bit of the product. I mean, you really don't need a lot. See, I'm brushing off excess here. Start at the inner corner. Follow the crease. If you need to dab it out with your finger to get it a little tacky, do it. That is a pretty decent shape. I did the other eye now. While that kind of dries, I'm also going to clean up my under eye area a little bit. Don't need a lot of concealer at all, just a couple dots and a moist sponge. Another next product, I have the Powder Contour palette, and it also has some highlight shades right here. But I use like the medium brown. And then if I want a really defined cheekbone, sometimes I will take that darkest brown and just go right here. And of course, I gotta blend that out. Don't worry, we're gonna set. So if it looks a little intense, we're gonna tone it down. chin definition, or should I say 5-head? I suggest a shadow brush to contour your nose. It looks like shit, but you know. Alrighty. Good thing I still have, oh wait, yep, good thing I still have my Airspun nearby. I am not afraid to use setting powder. Let's just really get it on there. One more thing before we finish up the eyes, guys. Milani's on a roll today. This is my Milani cream blush, also from the Ulta haul. Watch that video. It's some good products in that video. I know this isn't like a face tutorial, but I suggest doing the blush a little bit above your contour, or like right on the top of your contour, if that makes sense. All right, this really isn't my best makeup today, guys. I'm just gonna be honest, but let's finish up the eyes. You could technically leave it like this. You really could, but for the purpose of the tutorial, we are going to put a little bit of shimmery green. This shade is called Sage Advice. And we're gonna try that on the lid, the inner lid, and then kind of let it fade. Oh yeah, I like to let it just fade. I really like that. I also like leaving a little white at the top of the crease to kind of make it pop. There's still some steps, guys, so let's get a clean blending brush. Okay, I'm introducing a whole new brush now. This is a Wet n Wild shadow brush. It's time to do the brow bone. I'm taking this pale off-white shade, tapping the excess, and I'm blending out the brow bone. This is an important step. You can just go ahead and blend out that whole shadow line so it doesn't look harsh like it does over here. Let's get rid of any harshness and just blend with that off-white shade. Of course, if you're into highlight, I'm gonna use this shade called Enjoy the View. You could even use your finger for this. And just in the center of my brow bone, I'm adding highlight and I'm putting it in my inner corner as well. I wasn't so sure about this, but I'm actually liking this. The whole color scheme and everything, it's just unique, it's pretty, I like it. Let's get that white liner on the bottom waterline to make everything pop. And let's also add a black wing. I'm almost done. While I'm doing my lashes, I just want to remind you guys to follow my business Instagram, eyelash plug. Alright guys, this is the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this and it was somewhat helpful. If you would like more tutorials, just let me know what on what. And oh, by the way, this is my newest lippy. It's Gigi from the Lime Crime Matte Velveteens collection. Highly recommend. They make awesome lippies. I think I have to sneeze, so before I do, thank you and goodbye.